what area of my life could I feel relief, joy, or have more time if I lowered my standards and expectations? Poor Penny. She's been working on her email for almost an hour and getting more and more frustrated by the minute. It's only a 4-line message letting her colleagues know she won't be available for Friday's meeting. But she's on her 10th redraft and it's still not exactly the way she wants it. She can't bear the thought of people thinking she's stupid or incompetent, so she plods on until it's perfect. She's on her way to the office, feeling a little more tired than usual. That email went way into the night. Knowing that her co-workers think of her as super clever and efficient kind of makes it all worthwhile. A small price to pay, she thinks to herself. It's a big day for Penny. She's expecting the results of a job performance test she took last week. She's feeling pretty confident. She prides herself on being perfect in all aspects of her job, despite the extra hours she puts in off the clock. Penny just can't stop herself from checking the time on her cell phone. Her anxiety is through the roof this morning, despite guzzling down 4 cups of espresso. She contemplates asking for some time away from the office, but any concern about her physical and mental well-being in this moment is quickly shanghaied by the more immediate need to know her test results. Finally, at 2 p.m., her boss calls Penny into the office. They spend almost 2 hours going through Penny's test results and evaluation. Miss Hard is very pleased with Penny and ranks her in the top 10 in the finance team. Penny, in the meantime, is having an internal meltdown. She feigns satisfaction, smiles, nods here and there, but inside she is devastated. She is 3 points short of a perfect score and choking in the clenches of humiliation and utter disappointment. Perfectionism can do that. That self-critical voice inside fueling these habits are corrosive to your body and your mind and can rob you of the joy and the freedom you deserve. It's a toxic disease that is slowly killing you inside. So what drives the need to be Little Miss Perfect Penny? Firstly, perfectionism is quite different from a healthy desire to do well or to pursue excellence. Part of the human condition is to set worthy goals and to do your best as you strive towards their attainment. Stretching beyond your reach, building human capital, and achieving your fullest potential are all healthy contributions to your personal growth and development. The need for perfectionism comes from a place of inadequacy, deep fear of failure, and a need to control particular aspects of your life. Penny's display of extreme precision and obsession with achieving a flawless result, even to her own detriment, are all classic hallmarks of perfectionism. Great wasn't good enough for Penny. Her time and energy were not focused on all her hard work and accomplishments, but on her flaws and failures. In Penny's mind, achieving a score of 100 was the only acceptable outcome, and anything less barely registers on her radar. Can you imagine the strain and stress she's putting on herself in order to keep up this facade? A facade that is impossible to maintain because the very nature of perfectionism is that it's unattainable. Even with a score of 100, a perfectionist needs more. Nothing is good enough. They're fixated on the outcome and can't appreciate the process. They exist in a world of self-defeating thoughts and behaviors that often lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. Loneliness, isolation, and sadness are commonplace for perfectionists because they demand unreasonably high standards, not just for themselves, but they expect others to toe the line. This self-sabotaging tendency builds a bulletproof fortress that keeps people out and keeps them in, safely and protected in this self-imposed prison. On the outside, a perfectionist is holding it all together, but inside, they yearn approval and acceptance. Another telltale sign of a perfectionist is procrastination. The very thought of failing or embarking on something that may lead to an imperfect outcome is so colossal in the mind of a perfectionist that avoidance is more bearable than the feeling of being judged or shamed for a potential flaw. The self-destructive lens that limits and grays out their world becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and they end up in a perpetual state of limbo along with their hopes and dreams. The really sad part of being a perfectionist are the demands they place on others. They are ridiculously regimental and extremely uptight, so people are rarely lining up to be in their company. Consequently, they almost never experience deep and meaningful relationships, and the connections they do have are generally empty and superficial. Perfectionism causes disease in ourselves and others. Learn to leave perfection behind. Let's work with these 5 questions to let go of perfectionism and learn to enjoy good enough. Where did I learn a belief system that taught me to be perfect? How does my perfectionism affect me and those around me? Make a list. What would it be like to let go of the need to be perfect? Describe how it would feel. What is scary about good enough? What is exciting about good enough? Make 2 lists. Would I rather be free or perfect? Ponder these questions over the week ahead. Journal around them to go deeper. Journaling can help you explore the deep crevices of your mind, heart, and soul. Gain insight into who you are, why you are, and begin the process of becoming yourself. When the world outside is hard and unkind, journaling is your soft place to land, your safety net, the place that reassures you of how powerful and strong you really are, and that however dark it may seem today, tomorrow is a new day. Use journaling to set goals, set intentions, and to set some time aside to unleash, to unwind, and to be unapologetically you.